To tonight's training. I'm so excited you guys are along with us. You know, we say when you show up, you go up, and that counts for online trainings too. So, welcome everybody. I'm really excited about this training tonight. We have some all-star girls to give input and help us through this training. Miss Carissa Fitzpatrick and Misty are on with us. These girls are rock star distributors. I just spent the weekend with them. They're both triple diamonds, amazing women. And, we have some material, and over the next 6 weeks, we are going to be giving you just chunks of information at a time. So tonight we are going to be going over basically, tonight's topic is confidence and, being bold about your business, being bold about building your business on purpose. So we are going to get started here. I want to first tell you guys, since we're on the topic of confidence, it is so important as a woman that you establish yourself, that you are physically taking care of yourself, emotionally taking care of yourself, spiritually taking care of yourself, and all those things. Make sure you have quiet time. Make sure you have a girls' night. Make sure you have date nights with your husband. All these things are going to make you a well-rounded person. It's so important for you to get away from the kids, for a night or a weekend. That way you can spend some time working on you, because when you do that, you become stronger. I got into this business. I absolutely love the product. I'm starting on I'll be celebrating my 4th year with this company next month, and I'll tell you, I am so excited, to be using the products that are incredible, but most of all, be empowering other women to go after their dreams. I grew up in a family. I'm the oldest of 4, and I've watched my mom as I grew up just take care of us. She took care of us. She put us first, and she put my dad, first, and then she put the company first. And she never really had time for herself. And I watched, as I grew up, I watched her become this woman who was 20 years later still trying to figure out who she was. And, the most encouraging words my mom ever gave me was, get on your own, pay your own bills. You need to know what it's like to struggle and establish yourself. So I did that before I got married. And there's a lot of women that really don't have that stability. And, if you're in this business, that's something that, we're a sisterhood. We're going to encourage each other and empower each other and make each other stronger, because the better you are, the more confident you are, the bolder you are as a woman, the more successful your business is going to be, because people are not buying your product. They're buying you. They're buying your personality. They're getting in this business because of you. They're trying the product because of you. So that confidence is so important. So the girls and I, Chris and I, are going to go over 10 things, and basically these are non-negotiable. So grab a pen and paper, number it 1 through 10, and we are going to get started here on these notes. Chris, do you want to add anything on this topic before we get started?
Yeah, basically, I mean, what we're also doing is, at the same time, while we have so many notes for you guys, we also want to make sure that you have your mind open, that you're ready and able to be coachable for this information that you're going to be getting, as well as at the same time, we're basically rewiring. I mean, that's one of the key things, resetting your mindset on what you think right now, just so everyone's in that same space, being able to understand, being able to be open and just, accept this great information that's coming from us. I mean, the great thing about having leaders is they've done mistakes, they've had mistakes, and we're able to now give you guys this information and at the same time stop you guys from having those mistakes we did. And you can also probably get to the top a lot faster than we are. So that's pretty much all I have to add to it. And I'm ready with my notes as well.
I know, right? I'm having to all took something different from it. So number 1 is be on purpose with building confidence. Understand how critical it is. Become confident in order to become confident. Speaking is a priority and being successful in network marketing. So, being on purpose. What are you reading? These are 2 great books to start this off with. What to Say, When Talking to Yourself, and Go for No. These are two books that I've heard over and over and over again over the last couple of weeks that leaders are discussing, they're reading, they're talking about. So I went on Amazon and I got both of these books for like 16 bucks. This one was like 12 and this one was 4. So go get these books because you want to be reading and empowering yourself. Ask leaders, if you're friends with a leader on Facebook, ask them, what books are you reading? And you want to, they say, it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. So follow behind what they are doing. It says be confident, confident in order to be confident. So you want to be knowledgeable. I've heard this before. You can't argue with, how does that go, Chrissy? You can't argue. You can argue with someone, but you can't argue with a testimony. What's that?
It's not coming to me.
It's like you can argue with facts, or you can't argue with a testimony or something like that. So, if you are becoming confident, if you are learning the material, if you're understanding the product, if you're knowledgeable on the company, and that goes back to our training videos. If you watch the training videos to understand how this works, when you're talking to someone, you feel so much more confident in that conversation because somebody can't argue with something that you personally experienced.
Exactly. To me, I also wrote down some of those same type of notes, and I'm just excited about today's training in reference to confidence, because that's definitely something important. Self-confidence is very low. You may be able to have that confidence when you're around others, but we want you to be able to have that confidence on your own too. So, we also suffer from the same things, and it's just great to be able to be open about it and at the same time be learning from it, and also these key things to help you on your way.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So number 1, be on purpose with building confidence. Number 2 is set a right now, non-negotiable goal today. When you complete it, confidence is built in small successes. Get confident in one area, then become confident in everything else. Big successes believe you're a fluke. You don't build confidence as strongly as a small success one. So this is what I thought was really good, and this is so true. So there's so many times, you set a small goal. Like the perfect example here is success. You join, and then you get those 4 little customers. How exciting is it, and how accomplished do you feel that knowing that you worked, you went out there, you talked to people, you had the wrap party, you followed the steps, and you got your 4 little customers. That feels really, really good. So now you're like, all right, I'm on fire, I can do this. Now I'm going to go get those 3 distributors. So set a small goal. And the reason why we were saying to set small goals is because the big ones, if you were to set a big one and it was to happen really fast and you can't explain how it happened, that confidence is not there. So it's really important to set a small goal. And what we mean by non-negotiable goal is, have something that you want to accomplish by the end of the week. I'm going to accomplish this by the end of the week, and there's no 2 ways about it. You're going to get focused, and you're going to go out and get it done. And there's no stopping you. There's no excuses in getting it done. Just getting, like I said, really focused and accomplishing that. Because once you do that, that's where that's how your confidence is built.
Exactly. Me personally, I do the same thing. I set non-negotiable goals all the time. Sometimes they are a bit high, but I do make sure that I push myself to get towards them. I guess everybody just have to know their level of what non-negotiable is for them. It can be something very small, just so you feel accomplished by accomplishing it. Don't always shoot for something that's just way out in the stars and it seems like it's something that's going to happen. Of course it will, but you got to take those small steps to get there. It can be something as small as, I'm going to get 60 loyal customers, but guess what? You have to get 2 this week or something like that. Something small. As you continue to progress and make things on a faster basis for you, then you can progress from there. I didn't get to the point of setting high goals for myself overnight. This was definitely a process as to what I knew I was capable of, as to looking at my track record from what I was doing. So you definitely have to also do that. If you know your track record from what you've been doing, then you know as to what type of goals you can set for yourself.
That is good.
It's coming off the top of my head. This ain't even in the notes.
You're amazing. See, this is why you're triple diamond leader. It's in you, girl. And you might be watching this. Chris and I thinking, well, I want to be able to host on my team, or I want to be able to think like that and do that. We did not wake up like this. And we didn't start this business like this. We started reading, we started learning, we started showing up, we started going to trainings and watching YouTube videos. And we have our own journey. So what you're seeing for us is years of,
Evolving.
yeah, it's exactly right. Years of evolving into who we, and we're, Chris and I will say, like we're nowhere where we want to be, but we're on the right road. We're not who we used to be. So, write this stuff down, think about it. What can you do to make small changes to get you closer, to that place? So, number 3, I love this. Study what you don't know. Stop saying you don't know. Stop pretending you know what you don't know. Don't watch TV because TV is stupid. When you are asked questions, direct people to where they can get the answers. Don't ask questions. Okay, or don't answer questions. And this is really good. So study what you don't know. How can you study what you don't know? In our business, using the product. I believe that if you use these products and get your own product testimony, you are going to be so much more knowledgeable because you can speak from experience and people can feel your intention. When somebody asked me about weight loss journey and I start casually telling them what I've used and why I used it and why I love it, they are immediately wanting to try it based off my story, not because of what the products are. Everybody's on the weight loss product. So study what you don't know, get on the product coach site, get familiar with the comp plan, watch your training videos, and then become really knowledgeable on where the answers are. And when your team comes to you and they start asking you questions, even when you're talking to a potential, the best thing you can do is just direct them to a site, whether it's your My Work site, the product coach site, wherever. You're sending them a link, sending them a YouTube video, sending them some resources that they can use. That way, you're teaching a duplicatable system. When someone calls me and I give them the answers, I have not created duplication. So sending them somewhere is going to help them become stronger because now they can duplicate what I did. They can save the link, and if someone has that question, they can just send it out. So what you got on that, girl? Like, what could you add to just, getting familiar with the answer?
Exactly. I mean, that's something that I do a lot as well. I mean, you want to be able to go to people and ask questions, but at the same time, you want to be able to find those answers yourself just because, you're going to get to that leadership role as well to be able to try to find out those answers where your team is going to need you for. So, I mean, we even had a quote that we used this weekend from this, from being around each other that we actually learned. It was something in reference to not having something in reference to not having the right answer, but not having the answers, but having the right, what did it say? Oh gosh, it's gone. It'll come back to me in a second. It was something about not knowing the right answer, but it'll come back.
Like resources maybe or something?
It was something so simple, and it's crazy because it was so simple. I'll find it in a second because I made a meme out of it. I think I made a meme out of it. I'll find it.
Something that they did was not to, we said stop watching TV. And we really mean that. If you want to be very cautious. So tonight, going forward, you're serious about this journey. I'm gonna turn off this. These are words. If you're serious about this journey, your personal growth, what are you feeding yourself? So, we're gonna go into like number 4, make goal posters. Put them everywhere in your house. Feed your subconscious mind. So whatever your goal is, put it over the TV. Don't turn the TV on. That's a distraction. I heard this last week, and it says when the enemy can't defeat you, he will distract you. So you have to really be focused. You have to be intentional growing your business. You have to be really cautious of those time suckers. So you'll while you're grabbing lunch, maybe you're throwing something, you're putting your recorded show on the TV. And then before you know it, you're watching 3 shows. Instead, go to your phone, on your podcast app, down here on the bottom. And, I have my podcast on, let's just see that, right down here. And I go into my podcast app and I have all kinds of different people that I can listen to that are going to inspire me, encourage me, keep my mind in the right place. Go listen to John Maxwell's podcast. He's really good. He does, on leadership. He's great on leadership. There's lots of great information on how to be a leader, how to manage your group. So feed yourself with that stuff. Remember, you're going to evolve into the person. You want to be a diamond, you got to start thinking like a diamond. You want to be an ambassador, start thinking like an ambassador. So what does that mean? Start feeding yourself with good stuff and putting those gold posters out everywhere. You want to be able to see it, feel it. You want to have it there in front of you so when you wake up, you are working your business on purpose. It makes a difference in your confidence because it teaches you to believe you can achieve it. When you are seeing your goal posters everywhere and you're in that mindset, things start to come together. You'll get, just random messages on Facebook from someone that says, hey, I've been watching you. But you're in the mindset and you're going to be attracting that to you. Chris, I know you have goals, girl, and you have your signs, and I know we put them everywhere, huh?
Definitely. In front of me. As soon as I wake up, I'm looking at it on the wall. It's on my phone. It's everywhere looking at me. It's at my desk right now while I'm here. It's everywhere. I mean, you have to have those type of things available around you. It's my goals. It's my future as to how I see myself in the future. I have a lot of different things that's my affirmations daily. I mean, all of it is all together to actually keep me in that reminding state as to what I want to accomplish. I mean, I felt like, when I first started this business, looking at all these leaders, this was something that wasn't going to happen. But as time went on, it continued to happen. And I started believing and believing and believing. And now I'm at that point where I continue to believe and I'm now implementing all the things that I've learned and having it a part of my daily task and daily things I do. And of course, now remember, it says it's not about having the answers, but having the right questions.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's the one that stuck with me.
Chris, and your confidence, I mean, like just achieving those small goals and having it out there, your confidence is grown from that, right?
Exactly.
Like, you know what got you there. So if you got that far, you set a goal, no matter how big or small it is, and you achieve it, you know that you can do it again because you did it. We hear about those people that are millionaires, billionaires, like Donald Trump and all these really successful people that had millions of dollars, lost it all, and then gained it all back because they had the mindset, if I did it once, I can do it again. And that's exactly what we're doing in our business. If you completed the step of success once, you can do it again because you did it once. So, I know Carissa has hers. I got my goal poster out. And it doesn't matter how big it is, as long as it is there, as long as you have it in front of you, you will achieve it if you continue to work towards it. It might take you, have your big goals. It might take you maybe it will take you a year, 2 years, 5 years to get there. But as long as you are working towards it, you will achieve it. And, Krista, that's how you got Triple Diamond. That's how you're going to go Prez because you see it, you're working towards it, and, you just believe. Most of all, you believe in your heart it will happen, right?
Exactly. I mean, starting out, you see these things, like I said, but my initial goal was just diamond. I just wanted this jacket. The jacket just was nice. I just wanted the jacket. I never seen myself as being my own boss. I never seen myself as quitting my job until I seen my upline. They're doing it. I'm like, wow, this is something that can happen. And then it made me shoot to that goal. So you have to take it step by step. You can't just, you see ambassador, yes, but you got to go step by step to get there, to put those small realistic goals in. And that confidence definitely builds. I mean, you can sound a loyal customer and your confidence is built for the day. I know it is for me. That's how we are.
That's like so exciting.
Yes.
Yes. So, all right, number 5, guys, is guard your circle of influence. And this is so huge.
Yes.
Because people around you can steal your confidence. Tell them I love you, but I can't be around you right now. Everyone you meet takes you up or down. No one leaves you the way you are. I love that, guys. We have to be really cautious of who our circle of influence is, who our friends are, who's feeding us. You know, if you're wanting to go diamond or wanting to go executive, and you're really excited about it, and you're believing for this for your family, and you have one person in your life that, and I love that I heard this, they said, you can either, people that are kind of like black and white, and then you have the gray, and the gray are the dangerous ones because you either have someone that loves you and encourages you and supports you and tells you to go get it, or you have somebody who tells you that it's a scam. Don't come around here with that stuff. You just need to quit, cancel, don't talk to me if you're doing that, you're embarrassing, whatever. So you have the black and white, and then you have the gray. And the gray are the most dangerous because they say, they're the ones that pretend to be really cautious about your situation. They're the ones that say, oh, I just love you so much, Carissa, and I don't want you to get involved in something that could, could potentially hurt you and, distract you from your kids. Like, they're just going to take time away from you and your kids. And those are the most dangerous because it comes in from a softer approach. So you think that they love you and that they're caring for you, but really, if they are not on board and supporting you, they're not good for you.
Mm-hmm. I know on my end, I know once I realized that, that circle and that community of people around you had to change. I mean, of course, you do lose people in that process, but that's also something else that we learned. I mean, that happens. Me, myself, has happened to others. Some understand, some don't understand. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. Some, they will, if they love you, they will support you. They will understand that this is what you need to accomplish for you, and they will understand it. They will know that, their negativity that they got going on right now is not what's needed for you right now in your era. And a lot of my family and friends have realized that. I mean, but it works as like my circle of 6 people. I mean, it's pretty much 5 of them, maybe even all 6 actually. My best friend is at work, so pretty much everybody's it works now that's around me. So to be able to have that type of circle now and be able to have that type of influence and things in your life to make you continue on that correct path, that is going to be what you need. I mean, you may feel hurt about it, but if you want to accomplish your goals, that's what you're going to have to do. Another quote is, you can't achieve $1 million dreams with the minimum wage mindset. And if your friends got that minimum wage mindset and they don't believe it'll happen, but you know it will, and we believe it will for you, you got to say, give me about a month or 2 break from you so I can get myself together. They will change themselves based on you. You can change people. I've done it myself. People see, wow, you're a different person now. And it changes them and makes them think differently just because they see that it's working for me. So, it's not all a bad thing. If they really love you, they'll do it.
Absolutely. Because you're gonna face adversity in this business, and you're gonna have challenges, and ultimately, in those times, you need someone saying, "Girl, you can do it. You can do it. Just get back out there. This is gonna happen. It's making you stronger. You can do it. You're doing this for your kids." You need somebody in your corner that's gonna coach you up, not down. Not somebody in your corner that if something happens, they're gonna say, "You should just quit that." Because that's not supporting you, that's not encouraging you. So you want people that are going to lift you up. And Chris, I think we can both agree to this, that if one person, like if you do have that one negative person in your life and they are moved out, God will just replace them with more, right? So double, quadruple it, bring them back. And so if one person's moved out, expect 2 really good people to come into your life. Because it's so awesome to be around women, and there's no cattiness, there's no gossip or anything like that. We really come together to support each other, to love each other, to encourage each other. Just like this, you and I are not even like on the same team or anything like that, but we really care about getting this information to women because we believe that if they have the right stuff, it's the one thing, from these notes that will help them on their journey and ultimately have to help them achieve their goals, and we wanna provide that information.
Exactly. And I think this is definitely something major to help. I mean, it may feel like it's something small, but it's not. This is like the beginning of your mindset and beginning of the way you should start thinking about things to actually understand You are special. You are a superstar. You are a rock star. You are able to accomplish anything. It doesn't matter where you live. Trust me, I live in like the top 10 most violent areas in the US, and I'm still able to accomplish what I need to. So it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter anything. If your mindset is set on what you want to accomplish, you continue forward with it. You can do it. It's just that simple. Go forward and believe in yourself no matter what you may have heard from when you were little, or what you may have heard as you've been growing up, and what anyone has been able to put in your mind. Erase all of that and realize that you are special.
Yes, you are. And if you doubt that for a second, go offline. Go to someone on your team, and if you have those thoughts that are coming in and they're discouraging and defeating, get on the phone with somebody, because you need to, get that out. It is exactly what Chris said, guys. There's a reprogramming that happens. The world, schooling and college and the world does not teach you to encourage people, to be a positive influence in your workspace, to help people on their journey. Because, they don't teach you that. They don't teach you to go read all these books on personal growth. You know what's really interesting? If you go to YouTube and you pull up some of the most influential leaders, life coaches, look how many views they have on Facebook. You would expect them to have millions of views. They only literally have like 26,000 views.
Wow.
And then you'll see like some owl, somebody's trying to put out a window, and it has like 7.4 million views. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, what are we watching? What are we watching? What are we putting into ourselves? So put more of the positive stuff in there. Bob Proctor is awesome. Tony Robbins is awesome. John Maxwell. Go find leaders. Go, pull up Google who's the best life coaches, and go and read their stuff. Listen to their stuff, because it's gonna build you up. So we're gonna get on to number 16. It says be strategic. If you don't know how, learn to be strategic. Don't criticize what motivates people. Motivation causes you to be successful and energetic. And I heard this once before, and I thought this was so cool, and it always kind of stuck with me. You can never be motivated to do something, but in doing that something, you will be motivated. So let's say you join this business and you're not crazy motivated to go work your business, but you do a little bit. Every day you're like, I'm going to have 5 conversations today with 5 different people about the products or the company or whatever. I'm going to have 5 conversations. And out of those conversations, you end up getting maybe a potential business partner or a potential customer. That will motivate you to talk to more people. So you won't get motivated to do it. You won't get motivated to actually start the process, but in the process, you'll get motivated. The same thing comes with, losing weight or working out or going to the gym. We all know it's so hard to wake up and go to the gym, or go to the gym after you're awake. But when you're working out and you're there at the gym, then you're motivated to come back. So motivation comes from doing.
Definitely. I mean, you basically touched everything on there. And, just excitement is also a part of that, which is great too.
Yeah.
Basically touched everything on that one.
All right, number 7, change and become coachable. Decide to be coachable. It is a decision. If you whatever you resist, persist. Change is hard, but staying the same is even harder. Don't compare. You take their best and your worst, and you'll never win. I thought that was so interesting.
Yeah.
You cannot change a habit. You can only replace a habit. When you want to change something, figure out what you're going to replace it with. That was like too much good information in one thing.
Yes.
Change and become coachable. I mean, first, I know you can speak to that,
Definitely. I mean, being coachable is something that, it should come natural to people if they want to succeed and actually learn from others. I mean, we're still coachable. We have to stay in that mindset. I mean, we have leaders above us. We have each other that's sidelines. And even though we're sidelines, we always learn from each other. I mean, this whole week has been like a learning experience from each other. All these different ideas and things bouncing off each other. It's just been like a complete, that's why we all got notes. It's just been like a complete, like, wow moment. It's just been a complete wow. So, we're still coachable. You have to be the same way. I mean, you know, it, like they say, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to learn from one, and it's great to follow one. I mean, we have a lot around us, which is amazing. That's reachable, even touchable for you guys to even be around, and from us as well. So, you know, learn, be coachable to what we're trying to teach you guys and what we're explaining to you, and just, you know, just go for it.
Yeah, yes. Everybody here, like so many thoughts. Yes and yes and yes. Your upline is here to support you. We are here to encourage you, and we have been in your footsteps. Like we have literally everything you've experienced, we have too. So, if you get through something that you're, struggling with, go to someone and talk to them. How did they get through it? What do they do in situations like that? And just like Krista said when we first started, we have all experienced, as your leaders, we've experienced some trouble. So you can expedite your success by just, as soon as you hit something that you're unfamiliar with, talk to your upline. That way, we can immediately give you the advice and you can push through it. That way, you won't stay there. Because, you're going to face it. You're going to face it. You're going to face trouble. You're going to face adversity. As soon as you do, go upline. I like this. Don't compare don't take their best and your worst. And that is exactly what we do. Even if we see somebody wearing like a super cute outfit, they're like, oh my goodness, they're so cute. Look how cute those jeans are. And then you start thinking, I can never wear those jeans. They're too short or whatever. I think they're too short. But don't do that. Don't compare yourself. Comparisons from the enemy. So don't compare. And we can get caught up in that so easy with Facebook, y'all. Y'all just have to go in there and unfollow people. If you are scrolling through Facebook and you are starting to compare yourself to someone else, unfollow like immediately, right?
Right.
You cannot change a habit, you can only replace it. So if you are waking up in the morning and scrolling through Facebook and you're not really working, maybe you could swap it out with some quiet time, or grab a book, or, if you have a habit that you need a break, what can you replace it with? Can you replace it with going for a walk in the morning, or do you have something that you do during the day that's a time sucker that you could swap out with something more effective?
Exactly. Just like the daily affirmations, or just going in the mirror and talking to yourself. There's nothing wrong with doing that if you're speaking positivity back to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So definitely, you can find a lot of productive things to be able to change the bad habits around too.
Absolutely. That self-talk, that's in this book. I can't wait to read it. I've been hearing some good stuff about it. Have you read it?
Right here too, yep.
Woo! Have you read it already?
I got halfway through.
Oh,
I'm doing like 2 books at once.
Can you say one thing you picked up from the book so far?
Ooh. Besides, it's also helping me with continue towards this mindset I have. Wow. I mean, I pretty much said a bunch of it just now talking. It is definitely that leader, that level of confidence, and is definitely just the positive way you're speaking about yourself. I mean, to me, it's just, I think that's pretty much the best thing so far I've learned, is just the way I'm speaking to myself. It has to be in that way. I have to get those other thoughts out my head, and they keep coming back every once in a while, but having all these accountability partners around me, we all correct each other like, hey, remember. So you have to have those two. Definitely accountability partners is important.
Yes, absolutely. So I think we're at number 8, huh? Number 8, increase your persuasion skills. Keep telling yourself that. My job is to persuade you to do what you wanted to do but didn't have a confidence to do. Mm-hmm. My job is to help you push across the line.
Exactly. To me, I mean, that's pretty much like right now what we're doing. Helping you out with this confidence, helping you build you, showing you that you can do it, that you're worthy, you're important. No matter how someone else may think, you are important. And that's definitely what we're trying to make sure that, we instill in you. And at the same time, just continuing daily with that upliftment of inspiration to help you be motivated for yourself.
Yep. Yep. It has to do that. All of these are just so good when it comes back down to confidence. Where are you? Where do you want to be? Surround yourself with people that are going to help you get there. So number 9 is be careful about your image, inside and out. Be the light in the room. When you walk away from a group of people, they are talking about you. You decide what they say. So, if what are you when you walk into a room? Are you positive? Are you encouraging? Are you smiling? I would encourage you all just to walk around tomorrow, wherever you go out to go to your business or to grocery, and just smile. Just
Yes.
smile. How are you? And smile. Just smile. People are like, why are you smiling? Like, why keep smiling? Just do their phone.
Yep. It's contagious too.
It is. It is because if you walk out the grocery store and you're just smiling, people are like, "Why is he smiling?" And then they smile back at you, and then you just feel like, "Hey, have you
Exactly.
heard of this? Hey, look what I got. Have you heard of this? I'm just wondering. Have you heard of it? It's a coupon. You have a coupon. You want a coupon? So smile. It's so different when you smile. So go out and smile. And then you know what's going to happen? They're going to smile to the next person and they're not going to have a coupon. So
Exactly. I mean, that's definitely important. I had to realize that for myself. I mean, I know I sometimes carry around a face where I'm just not very approachable, and I don't realize it because I be in my own world. And I just have to remember that for myself. And it keeps me in an approachable state where, I am able to speak to people or people see me from a distance and I'm smiling or I'm in a great state and things like that where they're able to notice that. And then also, it takes 7 seconds to make a good impression on someone. That's also something great about being careful about your image, because if you don't make the best of impressions in that first couple of seconds, then it ruins everything. So that smile will definitely be that great 7 seconds for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's so important. When you're meeting, anytime you meet someone, they're a potential something, right? They're a potential customer, potential distributor, potential follow-up, they're a
Hmm.
potential something. So what is that first impression? So that is our 10. Number 10, track your activities. Your numbers will do the rest of it. I'm serious. I can't find the other end of that sentence. Oh, your decisions will. Nope. Hold on.
Tracking your activity basically helps you boost your confidence. I mean, it's showing you like what you've been able to do with these first 9 steps that we told you, and you're tracking to see, have you been putting these things into place. And if you have, it lets you be able to track your activity for the future to know where you're going to go from there. It also at the same time builds your confidence.
Yeah, it's like having the dream boards, right? You put your dreams out there, your goals out there. When you achieve them, you can go back, and it feels so good. You feel so accomplished.
Yep. Wow.
All right, y'all. That's our 10 things for tonight. So, do you have anything else you want to add to this?
Basically putting these skills to work. I mean, what we've actually told you guys tonight, put it to work. See what it can do for you. I mean, we're going to be, we have so many things that we're able to explain and tell you guys, but, you know, gracefully, Jessica is going to be doing this every week. So you guys get different tips every week. But what do you think would be one key thing that we can give them as a challenge to do for this week? So next week to see how it works for them.
I think, we have to be putting good stuff in for good stuff to come out. So I would challenge everyone to go download their podcast app. You can do it on an iPhone or Android, whatever, and go listen to John Maxwell. Or you can, they have a whole list of categories, and I think they have personal growth. So you can go on here, education, education. So they're going to have a whole bunch of stuff. The Conscious Millionaire, become a pro blogger. It says net worthy. So they're gonna have like a ton of podcasts based off of what you're looking to listen to. And I would just encourage you to go listen to something every day. They have Joel Osteen's on there. You can't go wrong with Joel. He's going to tell you something else with you. So something to build your confidence. And remember, guys, if God be for you, who's going to be against you? Let that sink into your mindset tonight when you go to sleep. If He is for you, then how can you lose? That should build your confidence right there. So you're going to be an amazing leader. If you're going to be an amazing leader and take this to the top, you're going to have to teach people how to gain their confidence. That means that you have to start with you and start to build your confidence, build the way you carry yourself, the way you think of yourself, and all that. Because you're going to have to teach your team. You're going to be having to establish yourself so you can guide another woman or guy to feeling confident about something. This is another thing she said. Confidence attracts, so you don't have to attract. So go out and build that confidence. Build your confidence just like you're building your business. Work on yourself.
Exactly. How many minutes a day do you think should be geared towards personal development as well as far as listening?
In the morning while you're starting your morning routine, maybe you get the kids off to school and then you have like 10, 15 minutes. You could do that. If you have a commute on the way to work, however long your commute is, instead of listening to the radio, listen to a podcast. You hear this all the time, but we spend so much time in our car. You could take a whole semester of class just in your commuting time. So what can you switch that out with? Maybe if you go to lunch. I used to do this all the time when I was in Dallas, Texas, and I had my hour break for lunch. I would brought my lunch, or if I didn't, I would go scoop up some quick lunch from somewhere. I would roll down all the windows, put the sunroof open, lay back in my seat, and listen to some kind of CD or podcast or something that was going to expand my thought process, guys. You want to be stretching the way you think. Every single day, you should have some kind of aha moment. Find something that feeds you an aha moment, something that makes you think different. If you're not sure if you are if you're on that personal growth journey, if you're not growing mentally or spiritually, you had an aha moment today? Your aha moment should not just happen at a team event or through a webinar or through something like this. You should be having aha moments on a regular basis. So how can you do that? You can do that by watching YouTube videos, get on those podcasts, search for leaders, and go watch their videos. Something to stretch your mind. You want to be putting something in your mind daily that was never there before. I love that. I love that feeling of being stretched. That moment where you're like, wow, I didn't even know that was possible, and now that I know it's possible, why can't I? Why can't that happen to me?
Yep. Well, I think that's all that I have in reference to notes.
It's definitely
these things to work.
All right. Well, Krista, thank you so much for jumping on with us tonight. You're an amazing leader.
How are you? Thank you.
Keep on pioneering the way. Y'all, if you don't know Clarissa, she's amazing. Make sure you're in the Freedom Fighters page, Facebook page, because these girls are pouring into that page. They're pouring in love and guidance and support. They're having their own training videos. And, Krista is just awesome. I had time to spend with her, and I'll tell you, that girl will just do anything for you. And it means that she doesn't benefit nothing from it. Just being there. There were so many times where I needed to do something, and she was already already had it done. I was like, okay. You just being around you makes life easy and makes it fun. And I love you, girl.
I love you too.
We're gonna do this every week. So next it's gonna be on Monday night. We're gonna follow the Show Me the Money call. You think we should follow the Show Me the Money call? Or keep on Tuesday night?
That's cool.
Monday? That's what we usually have it. We can do it Tuesday night.
Okay, we'll work it out.
Okay, so keep posted, guys. We'll let you know when we'll have our next one. Everybody have a great night.